never seen anything like Norwegian Constitution Day. And don't get it twisted either. As an immigrant, do not call it Norwegian Independence Day. You will be corrected so quickly. It's not the same, but I do think that the Norwegian Day of Independence has something to do with why Norwegian Constitution Day is such a big deal in Norway. So the 17th of May is like one of the biggest holidays in Norway, and it's comparable to the 4th of July in America. But even for all the patriotism we have in America, 4th of July is like, you just grill. You'll just grill out and barbecue. But as you can see, there's a band behind me. They've tripled the tram capacity in Trondheim. We've got every kid from every school in the entire district, basically the entire state, out here to do a parade. And then there's another parade with adults. It is nothing like, it is so much more of a big deal than the 4th of July, even though we think of America as so patriotic. And in my opinion, this does have to do, as I said, with the Norwegian Independence Day. So Norwegian Constitution Day dates from around 1814, about 200-ish years ago. But first of all, Norway was under Swedish rule for a long time after that, like 85 years after they wrote their own constitution. And for varying reasons, they were not allowed to celebrate the Constitution Day on May 17th because the Swedish people, or the Swedish overlords, didn't like it. So it wasn't really until 1865 that they really started upping the celebrations and having the children's parade. And then it wasn't until the first decade of the 1900s that Norway was actually independent. And also Norway was colonized by either Denmark or Sweden until around 1906. As I said, there hasn't been in Norway the negative experience with patriotism in quite the way you see in other countries. Like we in America and Germany, we have some like historic problems with being too excited about being American or German. But Norway hasn't had that history or that problem. They were the underdogs, and they haven't been able to celebrate themselves for that long, so people get really excited. You add to this that World War II broke out about 35 years after Norway had first become an independent nation, and the Nazis did not let them celebrate 17 May either. So you have a nation that's only really been celebrating it properly in their mind since 1865 at the earliest, only independent since 1906. Then there's a period where they're really fighting to maintain their independence from the Nazis and not allowed to celebrate. And there I think you have the recipe for why 17 May is a bigger deal than you can ever imagine, and Independence or Constitution Day being pretty much anywhere else. People were singing the national anthem all over the tram. Everybody is out. It is just an amazing, happy, happy, happy time.